Hey everybody, it's Michael Eden with Two Dudes Review here, and I'm gonna here give you my quick thoughts on A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, starring Tom Hanks. Now, before I get into this, I want to say thank you all for being patient with us. I know we haven't been able to get a whole lot of material out lately, but rest assured we will be having more material come out in the near future. But right now, I want to get into what I consider the most important film of the year. Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily the best, but I am saying it is the most important. Now, the overall synopsis of this film is it's based on a true story of a reporter who was assigned to do a story on famed children's entertainer Fred Rogers. Now, going into what I love about this film, obviously Tom Hanks as Rogers is just one of the best performances, up there with Joaquin Phoenix for the best performance of the year. And just Tom, I don't know how, but Tom Hanks manages to capture the sincerity, the genuineness, and just overall warmth that the real Fred Rogers had. And overall, the movie is great too. I mean, one of the best things in this film, aside from Hanks' performance, is the transitions. Like at the beginning of the film, it's like you're watching an episode of the Fred Rogers Show, and over time it transitions into real life, and it does that all throughout the film, and I really enjoy it. And overall, performances from Matthew Rice, Chris Cooper, and some of the other ones that I don't know their names, but they were all great too, from the wife to the father to even the people who work on the television show. They were all fantastic. But overall, guys, I think this film needs to be looked at. It shouldn't just be watched. It needs to be really looked at. And I'll tell you why. We are living in a day and age where there is like all this animosity, all this disdain from everywhere. Doesn't matter what color you are, what political party you are, what religion you are. Everywhere we are seeing this animosity, and this movie reminded me of a great quote that Fred Rogers had. It's called, "It takes one act of kindness to change a person's life." And we need to start doing that. I have seen this time and time again, especially over the past few years, from, political parties to race to religion. We need to stop with the animosity and disdain toward each other because of what we believe in, or just who we are, how we were brought up. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that if we show kindness to each other and show that even though we don't know each other, we still will care for each other. And that is something that Fred Rogers emulates, not only in this movie, but the real man, which is why I consider him an actual hero. He's right up there with Bob Ross, Crocodile Hunter Steve Irwin, and a few others who really embody what it means to have a good heart on you. And we need to stop being, I'm not saying we are, but we sometimes make hypocritical actions or say things that we shouldn't say. The time has come as a society that we need to take what Fred Rogers taught. When it comes to the man himself, he practiced what he preached. But we need to take by his example. Like if we see a stranger, go up to them and say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And if you see someone in need, you should go and say, "Hey, what can I do for you? How can I pray for you?" Because that's what Fred Rogers always did. He would pray for people, because a lot of people know that he was not only was he a children's entertainer, but he was also a bona fide minister. And it is because of these life lessons that Fred Rogers taught. He talked about death, assassination, divorce, and all these heavy subjects, and kids could identify with it. And we need him now more than ever, especially in this day and age. Because we need to live by his example, not just by what we're taught, but by what he taught us as kids. And I know people my age may not have watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but man, it has aged so much better than things like Barney the Dinosaur or Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm sorry if you like those shows, but it's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that has aged tremendously well. And these life lessons about how kindness can change a person's life, how we need to start loving each other instead of holding animosities, and that's what needs to take place today. We need to stop hating. We need to stop holding grudges. We need to start praying for each other and loving each other and caring for each other the way Fred Rogers did for so many kids and adults. And I believe it's still time to do that. So, overall, guys, I'm not saying this is the best film of the year, though it's definitely up there. I will say that it is the most important film of the year because it's so basic, but it is very, very much needed today. And if Fred Rogers was here today, I think the world would be a much kinder place because he was a genuine soul who didn't care about being famous. He didn't care about what impact he had on other people. He just wanted to let people know that they are special, that they are worth loving, that they are worth a little bit of time for. And Tom Hanks as Fred Rogers truly, truly captured that. And him and Joaquin Phoenix are definitely up there for the best performance of the year. So, if you have not seen this film, or if you've never seen even an episode of the show, definitely search it. Definitely check it out. Don't just wait for it to come out on streaming or DVD or whatever. Go now to the theater. You will not be disappointed. It is a feel-good movie. It is a movie we need to see, and I just love it. So, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will have much more material coming out. We'll have the live-action Lady and the Tramp review, and don't worry, you will see Zach very, very soon. I guarantee it. So, until next time, I'm Michael Eaton, one half of Two Dudes Review. Have a good day.